Hello Tokusatsu community and welcome back to my SODO Sunday series here on the Toku Toy Store YouTube page. This is the series where I cover all the latest SODO, SHODO, and Uniline figure news from Japan. Today we have a new SHODO set to talk about, as well as some more Revice SODO news, so let's go and get right on into it. So from Kamen Rider Revice, and this is going to be part of Buy 2, we have one of the latest brand new Kamen Riders to join the franchise, Kamen Rider Demons. And he looks great. I think he turned out really good. He doesn't have any spiderweb weapons or anything to go along with him like he used in his debut episode with all the CGI and everything like that. But for the most part, I mean, he looks really good. You of course have a lot of stickers to recreate the whole spiderweb on his chest and shoulder pad and head and everything, but that is to be expected with kind of a more complex design such as this. But he looks really good. They did talk about his being able to arm swap or whatever to recreate or eventually recreate his armor swaps or arm swaps that you see in the show. So we don't have any of those yet, but I'm sure that we are going to get them eventually. And I'm just happy to get Demons here. It's interesting to get Demons before Evil or before some of these other Revice forms, but it works. They probably just found out about it earlier than some of the other things, or maybe something like that, so I'm all good with that. So the next Revice form that they're able to do is the Eagle Genome based off of Kamen Rider Double. So for this one, you're going to finally get the Axe form of the Ohin Buster 50, so nice to see that here after we've gotten the Blaster version. And of course, you're going to be able to do the whole Eagle remix form, where they combine into a giant bird. You're going to have new pieces for that. You're going to have new legs, new chest piece and everything. And it looks just as ridiculous as any of the other remix forms, but at least they are still being consistent on giving you the options to be able to do this for all of them. So I think that's cool at least, but yeah, these are pretty wacky, but they are here nonetheless. And that's really it for Revice stuff. Just a couple new things to check off of, off of the things that they need to do. But we do have SHODO-X 17 to talk about here. So this is going to be our next SHODO main set to talk about. And it's going to be introducing our next season into SHODO, and that is going to be Kamen Rider Drive. So for Drive, you're going to get the Handle Can, you're going to get the Dorju, you're going to also get the three main tire, Kokons that he has. Max Flare, Funky Spike, and Midnight Shadow. So really cool that you get all of that for him. Would not have expected them to give you the tires, so that's pretty sweet. And then since it's relatively just a repaint of this, type speed form, you are going to get Proto Drive as well. So Proto Drive will be here. And you're also going to get our secondary rider, Kamen Rider Mach. So you can't lift the mask on Mach or anything, you're just going to get his Zenrin shooter, but I wouldn't have expected them to do the whole mask thing on a SHODO figure, so, And of course, there's going to be a Showa Rider appearing in the set as well, and that is going to be Sky Rider in both his regular and strengthened form. And of course, you're also going to get his bike. You couldn't give a Showa Rider without giving his bike, so and that's going to be the next SHODO-X set. And with that, that's really going to do it for this week's episode of SODO Sundays. Not a totally crazy amount of things to talk about, just kind of some new sweet looking sets and cool looking things. And yeah, that's going to do it. So thank you all for watching this week's episode of SODO Sundays. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR and check out other Tokusatsu related content that I do. Toku Topics on YouTube, Geeky Tweak on YouTube, and, all the other episodes of SODO Sundays here on the channel. And, of course, the Soda Pop podcast as well. So, until next time, I'll see you all later. Tokusatsu forever.